Working mom hired a young babysitter. She was devastated when she saw her selfie. Claudia, a working mom, just gave birth to a baby, and she had no choice but to have someone else watch her 2-month-old. When she called her teenage niece for the job, Claudia knew it would take her niece a while to get used to it. What she didn't expect was the picture she got from the teenager and the reaction it produced. Claudia Sorrento, like any other working mom, must balance work and raise her only 2-month-old daughter. She must meet her job requirements to meet the needs of raising her daughter. Like most mothers just given birth, Claudia wanted to spend as much time with her daughter as possible. Sometimes, however, she had to ask for help in the form of babysitters. This time, what was a babysitting job at first suddenly transformed due to a single picture. Living in Lakeland, Florida, are Claudia and her daughter Ava. Claudia quickly became known as a protective mom in the 2 months after she gave birth to Ava. Claudia barely left her daughter's side, and if they never had to be apart, it would be ideal. But of course, the reality is that she also had her duties at work. Claudia got a call from the office asking her to participate in a business meeting. It would have required her to leave Ava at home, and she hesitated to do so. Claudia probably listed her options when she got the call. None of the options she came up with, however, seemed to be exceptionally appealing. It was a choice between missing a significant event for her profession or staying at home and taking care of her daughter. In the months prior, Claudia had already taken her maternity leave as well as a few sick days to look after Ava. She knew she was supposed to go to that meeting. What she didn't know was that something bewildering would result from this choice. Her sister recommended Jan, Claudia's niece, to watch over Ava while Claudia was away. Even though she knew her niece was a responsible girl, Claudia was still unsure whether she was supposed to leave a 2-month-old with a teenager. Her sister kept encouraging her, and Claudia was going to take it as a last resort. She felt anxious, thinking of leaving a teenager with her daughter. She was about to find out if her instincts were actually right. Due to her work, Claudia didn't have sufficient time to look for a babysitter. Soon, the day of the meeting was coming up. Claudia finally decided to take on her last option. Claudia picked up her telephone and called Jan. She made sure of the day on the meeting that Jan was available and was ready for the responsibility of taking care of a baby. Her niece embraced the job, and the incidents leading to the unexpected photo would spark it. As the day of the meeting finally arrived, the new mother was definitely more anxious to leave her daughter. It was perhaps because her baby was not nearby. It wasn't made any better by the fact the babysitter was so young. Jan came to her house and Claudia got ready to teach her what to do. She told her niece where she'd found all she needed, including the emergency numbers. Claudia gave Ava a goodbye kiss, still feeling nervous but a bit more at ease, and went to her meeting. While Claudia was on her way to work, all she could think of was how much she wanted to be at home. She constantly checked her phone for messages. She looked at her phone one last time when she reached the parking lot. Her notifications were loading slow and she held her breath while waiting. Did Jan run into a problem? Her notifications appeared at last and she saw that her niece had sent a picture. Claudia can see her baby girl from the thumbnail of the picture, and instantly her mind brought something negative must have taken place. It was a tiny snapshot, so she couldn't sort out what the image clearly was. Her worries were made worse by the complete photo that was still loading forever. Claudia grew restless and angry. She had second thoughts already about getting a teenager to watch over her daughter. Claudia no longer planned to wait for the picture. She preferred answers to her questions ASAP. A WhatsApp message was sent by Jan advising her what actually occurred. Her niece explained that because she felt hungry, Jan went to make her sandwich for herself. Whether the baby was alone, Claudia was concerned. Claudia went back to the picture after actually reading through enough of the text. In the image, Ava's legs looked enlarged and she was racking her mind as she was in her car on how to resolve the issue. Claudia revealed to reporters, "Jan knows how safe I am with Ava. Some might say I'm a little paranoid." When Claudia saw the clear picture at last, though, her worries immediately turned to amusement. As she stepped out of the car, Claudia was revived. The photo's slow loading time nearly drowned her in anxiety, but as soon as she saw what was in it, it quickly dissipated. Claudia shared on the Today Show, "Jan showed me that she's making sure she keeps her eyes on Ava." Her niece was a pretty clever adolescent. She knew keeping an eye on the baby at all times was important and developed a brilliant idea of watching her baby while making her sandwich in the kitchen. Jan knew, even though she was hungry, that she shouldn't leave Ava alone. She was worried Ava would be put down, so she devised a clever way to watch over the child. A solution Claudia never thought of before. With the help of her waistband, her niece placed Ava inside her sweatpants. Claudia was entirely amused by the photo that showed her situation. She had to share the photo and some laughs with someone else, but she didn't expect what resulted from her photo. She posted it with the caption "hands-free method" and explained, "So for a quick minute I had to run out of the house, so I asked my niece to babysit baby Ava. I received a text a couple minutes later. She wanted to make a sandwich but didn't want to let baby Ava out of her sight. This was her solution. Lord, send help. Creativity at its finest, it really is. Claudia published the photo and soon the reactions and comments came flooding in. Claudia went on to her meeting after having shared the photo on her social media. She expected her whole family to react. She revealed flippantly that there's a birthday party every month. She couldn't wait to read what her family thought about the funny idea her niece had. She knew her friends and family would laugh about it, but when she finally checked her account a few hours later, she was greeted by something else. After she shared it, her photo immediately made the rounds on Facebook. Family and friends shared it with friends of their own, many of whom commented and liked the post. The picture was shared with a bunch of other people she didn't even know. When she checked it later, the image had amassed hundreds of likes and comments. It was an incredible reaction. She came up with an idea of her own while she was going through them. In the photo, there were comments where individuals tagged others. Others gushed over the adorable baby. But one thread of comments spoke of the babysitter's incredible solution. Brilliant, brilliant, commented a user. In the 70s, I carried my babies around my hip. I wish I'd thought of that. An excellent proposition, another user said. You should make maternity pants that turn into this after. Get a patent for that. You'll see dollars. After the meeting, when she returned home, she immediately began explaining to Ava how the comments inspired her. All in one, a baby carrier and maternity pants sounded stupid, but what if it worked? A market for it was definitely there. Jeanne helped Claudia draw up a plan for the pants that would make the lives of mothers and pregnant women a little easier. In honor of Jeanne's idea, they named them Japans. Based on the reactions the photo kept getting, they had to get their design produced quick. The two of them were excited about the design, but Claudia knew a small company would entail as well. It would take some money to turn any new invention into something tangible. They didn't want to just be a piece of paper, they needed funding for the production of their design. In order to encourage people to contribute to their plan, the aunt and niece decided to make a GoFundMe page. With a fundraiser, Claudia hoped to inspire her niece's creativity. Sadly, the final objective wasn't achieved by the fundraiser. But there are still people donating to the page though, hoping to see the production of Japans. Claudia, meanwhile, had another realization. Jeanne showed Claudia how supportive her family was when she went as far as she did to take care of Ava. With the community she also had on social media, she was lucky, and the thousands of internet likes and comments made her feel loved and supported.